Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman and welcome back for more Let's Play Pikmin 2! Last time we reached near the end of Subterranean Complex. And yeah, there's not much to this floor, but this is easily the best floor in the game as far as getting your purple numbers up and just grinding the rest of those. So, I'll take that. Take that spicy spray, which we're gonna need for the boss fight. Here's the gist of why this floor is so good. So take a random color. I'm gonna take these yellows here because I have a million of these things. And you can use these to grow pretty much any other color here, because you have these queen candy pops here. Notice there's usually a lot of purple flowers here. There's 15 here, or like 3 that can grow us into 15 of these here. And this will grow, as you see here. We just grew, what was that, like 9 or 18 reds or whatever it was, or like 9 per queen candy pop. Pluck these guys, and now you have a perfect thing for throwing in these purple plants here. Very, 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 very nice. Just kind of scouring the area here. And yeah, the best way to grind purples is easily just kind of going through this cave here and going all the way down this way here. And that's kind of what we're going to be doing after this day is done here. Okay, awesome. Got a lot of those defeated there. There's a lot of nectar right then and there. So, that's why I wasn't as worried about losing the purples once we got here, because this is the best spot in the game to grind these things, but it kind of sucks in a way. I mean, we lost, like, probably 4 purples on the way down here, but yeah, you don't have to worry about the other threats if you kind of just... You can enter this area with, like, 1 Pikmin easily and come out with, like, you know, a dozen more purples than what you originally entered with, so yeah. This cave is really, really good for that. And really kind of good if you just want to grind, like, sprays and some other things as well, so yeah. But we have another floor to go down, so let's kind of do that and get ready to take on a boss fight. This is another one that's gonna be pretty difficult, so let's get ready for it. Alright, attempt number 2 at this boss here. I tried fighting this with purples here. Kind of a mistake here. You'll probably want yellows for this guy, which is fortunate that I have a lot of these. I took a lot of these in this cave here, but there's kind of a reason for it. Because we got a pretty obnoxious boss. You may notice that this area does kind of look like a spider web here. There's a good reason for that here. Meet the boss, the man at legs. This is a robotic beady long legs, and it is pretty obnoxious. Here, wow, it took a long time for this to suddenly attack here with this last time. It has a semi-auto machine gun here. You'll want to be careful of this. It can definitely do a lot of damage to your Pikmin here if it does that. Whenever it lets go of it, that's kind of your time to strike it there. I recommend yellows because they can easily kind of get the jump on it with after it's all done there. Why in the world did I just lose a bunch of them from that there? Usually if you're kind of hugging a wall like that, then you're usually protected from that, I thought, but at least it's the yellows, which I have a million of, so I'm not as worried with that, but yeah, you'll kind of want to run away here. If you have sprays, usually the spiced up version of the spray is fast enough to outrun it whenever it has that. So, oh, so close. I'm gonna take the gander on that there. Nice, okay. Lost a couple of Pikmin there, but it's a Pikmin we have way too many of, honestly. Yeah, the man and legs can be a pretty rotten boss, honestly. That mechanized monstrosity is no longer functional, thank God. Insect and machine forming a symbolic relationship? Symbiotic relationship. Life forms here are beyond odd. Initiating scan, glass sphere detected. And now we get one of my favorite upgrades in the game here, and you'll see what I mean here very, very shortly. This is such a good upgrade. And for reasons you'll understand why literally right away here. I know some people who like to get this early because, yeah, check out how much brighter this area is here. Not much more to say about it. The Stellar Orb. If I combine this glass sphere with the synthetic sun I've been secretly developing, processing complete, manufactured a solar system. Artificial sunlight will brighten underground areas. If you get this before Submerged Castle, which it is possible to do, that helps this area a lot. You can see just how much brighter this area is. It can be worth going through this area, or like, coming here early to get this to help with some other caves, because this makes everything so much brighter. It also might make the picture look very dated in some respects, but it's a really useful upgrade. I like it a lot. Lost 11, most of that's probably from the boss, but not too bad otherwise. That is a cave complete there. And we're actually not done with the day for once, because I want to grab my other Pikmin and go back to that cave, yeah. This is probably the best cave, like I said, for grinding out the purples here. We have some time left here. I would like to do that. Probably don't need to be wasting my time doing this, but... the others will just kind of go back to the onion as a result of this here, but yep, we are going to be just basically mad dashing our way to this cave here. We'll have plenty of time to make a couple of trips even, so I mean, we should have time for doing another trip even after this, so yeah, we're just going to go through the first few floors of this here, and or like, well, most of this cave again. We have to go through 8 sub-levels again, but we can easily do that and grow our purple numbers even more, so I'll meet you guys back here in a moment when we have all our... when we're back on sub-level 8. Yeah, you can kind of start to see how much brighter the light makes this area here, as you may notice. We can actually see everything in this floor here, and it just... I feel like it really helps make the picture pop a lot more as well, especially playing the HD version of this game. So... that part's really, really, really useful. Alright, sub-level 8. Didn't even take that long to get down here, but yep, we are in fact down all the way at this peaceful floor again here. Just gonna take one of these guys, convert it into a bunch of these guys. And we'll get some purples after this. Well, first we'll convert them into some more. This also really helps if you have the Pluckaphone from Submerged Castle as well. I'd really, really like some sprays here, but it doesn't look like we're getting that lucky with it, but... oh well. Here's 15 more purples we can grow from all of this, which is really, really nice. We can even flower up basically all our colors here as well, which is really, really, really useful here. Can I get like one spray before I end this here? Nope. So, we'll see how many purples we have after this here, and then probably have to make another trip here, but that's okay. We have plenty of time to do so. There's also just a geyser that can leave this area here. But yeah, this is basically the strategy you want to do for grinding purples in this game. You're gonna need a lot for Wistful Wild. I'm gonna say that for the record here. So, yeah, we'll probably keep that in mind here. You can also just kind of grow a lot of Pikmin in this cave in general here, but just with all the candy pops and everything, but how many do we have? Yeah, we have to make one more trip. If we didn't lose all those purples that we had there, we would have probably had enough for this, but it's okay that we don't. I'll meet you guys back in the start of this area again here. And yet again, we're on sub-level 8. See, it doesn't take long to get down to this sub-level at all here. There's a spray. Very, very nice to grab that. Would be nice to get some bitter ones, but it is what it is. Alright, there we go. This should be all the purples we'll need for the game here. Yeah, let's head to this geyser here. Oh boy, this was quite the video here, if I do say anything here. That should be all, like, 100 purples that we'll need here, so we definitely grew our numbers up quite a lot here, all things considered. But, yeah, there's not really much else we can do in this day, I don't think. Just double check here. Yeah, we have 96 in the onion here. Can deposit more. That gives 111 there. Very, very nice. Just looking here. Don't know if there's anything else. Something wants me to say there might be a pellet or something over this way, but it's not that I ever really go back to, like, the beginning of the game area here. I could go back to the complex and look for sprays, but honestly, we're probably at the point where we don't need to worry about that, so I think we'll just probably call that there. We have now officially 100%ed everything in this area, too, so let's end this day here. It's good old President Chicho just honks the horn there. I love his car horn. Freaking firing blacks, man. Yeah, you're a bit late there. I don't know how that thing was just sleeping in our base, but oh well, it is what it is. Today's report. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of treasure here. Dang, almost 2 grand. Technically lost yellows, but that's literally only just from turning them into other things. Otherwise, we grew pretty much everything else. Somehow we grew blues and a single white. Lost a few purples, but we also gained a lot more as well, so... Olimar, you worked so hard. Your special bonus arrived today. This is a first, right? I bought the kids a few things they've been wanting. They were so happy, and so was I. Good old Olimar's family? Yeah, so... with all of that being said, we have now 100%ed 3 areas of Pikmin 2 here. Awakening Wood, Valley of Repose, and Perplexing Pool. There's no 4th cave here. We have everything in Valley of Repose here. Next time, we will head off to Wistful Wild, the last area of the game. Probably going to take about 2 days to explore the above ground area, and we'll probably do as we usually do, where we'll start this area, do a bunch of stuff, and then probably do a cave at the end of the day. I think that sounds about right for this area here. Wistful Wild's pretty difficult, so yeah, we'll see you guys for that then. Have yourselves a great day. I've been Masterstarman. If you like this one, leave a thumbs up and a comment and all that other fun stuff. And we'll see you guys for the start of Wistful Wild next time. Have yourselves a great day, and as always, peace out.